Did you have any, I mean, I know you said that, you didn't grow up in a hunting family, but did you ever have like a deer camp atmosphere anywhere, Rendell?
Never, man. I went on like 5 deer camps this year just because that's all. That was my goal, man. I just wanted to hit these deer camps because it's like a lost art. They're dying out like all over the country. So I went to like 5 of them this year and had a blast.
What were they like? Like, as far, define it or.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost. I almost think it's harder.
Camping more, like tent camping?
No, it was like Airbnb style.
Yeah.
Not tent. But that's like deer camp, like a whole group of guys.
Together, yeah.
Yeah, like 10 to 15 dudes in one camp.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know, man. It's like the lost art of deer camp.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was just like blessed to experience that before it like dies out.
Mm-hmm.
Or even, try to revive it.
Yeah.
Just by doing like, you invited me out here, and man, everybody's telling me you're not going to hunt PA, dude, but I would come out here just a damn hunt for the deer camp vibes.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Like, and it's all in perspective, like we were talking about. Like a 130 here is like a 180 in Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I roll out here and shoot an 8-year-old 130 mountain buck.
Yeah,
dude, I'll feel
200
like
some pound, big old.
Yeah.
I'll be doing the Conor McGregor walk out there, boy. But yeah, so I went to all these deer camps. I feel like it's almost harder to kill because you're just hanging out, bullshitting, telling stories, and I feel like, and I'm just helping everybody else out because I'm more like the guy that I'd rather see you succeed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I put more effort in like helping everyone else out. Like, oh man, I seen a community scrape here and a buck was here. I probably wouldn't shoot that buck, but I'll send you in there.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking for that giant. I don't know. I tend to hunt older bucks. The giant deer.
Yeah.
Which is pretty tough on a hunt like that, but I still just suck it up and eat tag soup if I have to.
Yeah, and you learn more just from that area.
Yeah.
You go and shoot one the first day, you're done always.
Yeah, and I want to experience.
Yeah.
I just listened, actually. It was Michael Waddell talking on a podcast, but he said, you'll have the guys that are out there and they will kill the biggest bucks out there, but they've become so focused on that thing and not experiencing it with anybody. It's like, they're sitting there by themselves with a cigar and bourbon looking at their dusty bucks that are up on the wall versus being able to have some experiences with people and talk about it and cut up with everybody and have that kind of experience. And, I want all of it.
Dude, I want it all, baby.
I want it all.
Like, man, I got to meet a lot of great dudes and made a lot of great friendships, even people I was kind of like, and then you meet them and you're like, oh, okay, well, this is awesome, dude. I got the room with some guys. Like, for 2 weeks, I roomed. I don't know if you know him, Jonathan Moreland, Arkansas longbow, big buck killer. I roomed with him, and he showed up late to camp, so he only didn't have an option for a bed. So he said he walked in the room and he just seen these giant ass boots on the bed, and he was like, "Holy crap!" Because I wear size 16s, So he was like, "Man, who's in my room?" But man, now we're great buddies, man. Like, I did the Arkansas show like a couple weeks ago. He came up to the show, and man, I might even go down there and do some turkey hunt with him. So it's just amazing, dude. The friendships that hunting happens through that community.
Yeah.
And that's just being open-minded, being willing to share. Like, some people are like all about themselves. They'll just want to hoard it all, man. Or it's kind of like Jared from the Hunter podcast talks about, if you got 1,000 peanut M&Ms, I'm way more likely to give some to Johnny. But if you only got like 5, hell no, you ain't getting nothing, Johnny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of that analogy. I mean, that doesn't really make sense, but it does in a way.
Yeah. No, I've grown up in the deer camp culture side of it, so I look for that anywhere I can go and having that experience. And I do like when I go out west, I love going out by myself and hunting and doing that. And even like most of the time for whitetails, like it is a solo endeavor as far as bow hunting whitetails here, but I like coming back and getting to share those stories with people and bounce ideas off of and going back and forth. And that's, and it's really been, and I've mentioned it on here a bunch of times, but it's a goal of mine to revive that deer camp culture. And I know it's not, I mean, it's harder to own property and to have a camp, and then, the upkeep of it. And then if you're doing it with a bunch of buddies, sometimes some people pull their weight and others don't. And there's always those feud side of it. But I mean, now there's not really an excuse. You have Airbnbs. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the reasons I bought one and turned it into one is because I was like, here's an option for people to come rent, and they don't have to do that upkeep. They don't need to take care of the grass and the roof that's leaking.
Even like campgrounds, man.
Like, campgrounds,
I've had so many guys reach out like the last year and they're starting up, man, all these public land little deer camps. Like, oh, we're going to hunt this for a week. Yeah. Come out if you want. So you could show up. There's like 5 to 10 dudes and you're just running out. That's kind of what I like. Like, I don't know. I don't want to be a mom or a dad or babysitter to somebody, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be with them in the woods and I'm like holding their hand and all that, like I was Johnny today when we were scouting.
I could see it.
Yeah. I
was like carrying... my dad. He's 6'7" and I'm 5 foot.
Yeah, we were going through that.
Come on, son. All right.
Man, he took me through this boulder field and he made me carry him on my back, man. I was like, good Lord, dude.
I couldn't make it out.
Yeah, damn diva, bro. I like that whole you just show up to deer camp. Man, we just collab. Oh, I seen a buck here. What about this?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And you just split out, go your own way kind of thing. Come back.
I look forward to being up here and everybody, like when we got 8-10 guys, whether Bo's coming down to camp or we go to his camp, I can't wait to get out of the woods to go see everybody and talk hunting awesome. And drink a beer. And it's like, it's just as important as the hunting itself. Like, I know we talked about it, Bo. It's just like, wish we could just freeze this day and time, whether it's November 4th and you got a cold front and you're at camp and everybody's there and we're meeting tonight. It's like, and there's guys in that you ain't seen in months, and you're all on the same page and go your ways. And
it's like that magic, man. It's just in the air. It's like November. You're smelling that rut.
Yeah,
you just smell all that tarsal gland.
Yeah,
I mean that's what deer camp vibes are like, man. It's just magic, dude.
And it's funny. So Rendell, the way I met Johnny, and I said I still don't remember. I think we met technically through Instagram. Oh, okay. We met in the woods. But 8-9 years. It might have been almost 10 years ago.
Probably about 10 years ago.
And that's why I just saw this guy that posted.
And I was holding his hand walking.
Oh, I saw a picture of a guy with a bunch of sheds on top of a Jeep that I thought I recognized the background, and I was like,
hot spot.
Who's this guy? You know what I mean? And anyways, so when we had met, and then I brought him to my family's deer camp, and it only took one time of him hanging there with my family that the next time I go over, he's there, and I didn't even invite him. He's hanging out, and he's helping my
That's awesome.
My uncle's young daughter track a doe, and he's there with my grandpa, and they're drinking on the porch, and I was just like, we fit in right together, like that we've grown up together.